File photo of the late Awujale and paramount ruler of Ijebuland, Oba Sikiru Kayode Adetona. Not fewer than 95 aspirants, comprising 94 princes and 1 princess from the Fusengbuwa ruling house of Ijebu Ode, have emerged as contenders for the vacant Awujale stool, the paramount ruler of Ijebuland, Ogun State. The aspirants emerged on Monday during a nomination meeting of the ruling house held at Bisrod Hall, GRA, Ijebu Ode. The meeting was presided over by the chairman of the Fusengbuwa ruling house, Otunba Abdulateef Owoyemi, alongside his deputy, Prince Adedokun Ajidagba, and the vice chairman, Prof. Fassy Yusuf. Officials of the Ijebu Ode Local Government, including the secretary, Mr. Abiodun Oke, attended as observers. Among the aspirants are Giwa Abiodun Onanuga, husband of a former deputy governor of Ogun State, Mrs Yetunde Onanuga, a renowned ophthalmologist and founder of Eyes Foundation Hospital, Dr. Kunle Hassan, and Otunba Fatai Arowolo of Aron Construction. The sole female aspirant is Mrs Oluwakemi Onanuga, a lawyer. The Awujale stool became vacant in July 2025 following the death of Oba Sikiru Adetona, who passed away at the age of 91 after a historic 65-year reign. At the nomination meeting, each aspirant was represented by 2 relatives, one to propose and the other to second the nomination, after which the family formally registered and accepted the nomination. Speaking with journalists after the meeting, Otunba Owoyemi commended members of the ruling house for conducting themselves peacefully and ensuring a hitch-free process. He said the family was guided by extensive consultations, including traditional divination, to ensure that the eventual occupant of the Awujale stool would further advance the progress and unity of Ijebuland. "We thank God that what we feared has come and gone peacefully," Owoyemi said. "We have successfully and harmoniously nominated 95 candidates. It is now left for the kingmakers to conscientiously select one of them as the next Awujale." Owoyemi, a former president of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of Nigeria, expressed confidence that the kingmakers would choose a candidate divinely destined for the throne, adding that a new Awujale should emerge within a month. He also disclosed that all aspirants had signed an undertaking to accept the outcome of the selection process and refrain from litigation. The family head said the ruling house trusted the government to act in line with tradition and due process in confirming the next Awujale. The selection process has attracted widespread attention, following the declaration of interest by popular Fuji musician Alhaji Wasiu Ayinde Marshal. However, the Fusengbuwa ruling house had earlier stated that Ayinde was not a member of the family and was therefore ineligible to participate in the process. Ayinde subsequently approached a state high court in Ijebu Ode, seeking an interim injunction to halt the selection process, but the court declined the request, ruling that the application lacked merit. The suit was later withdrawn to re-strategize, as explained by his lawyer, Dr. Wahab Shita, SAN. In a letter dated January 8, 2026, written to Governor Dapo Abiodun on behalf of his client, Shita raised concerns over alleged irregularities in the nomination process. The letter claimed that directives issued by the family's public relations officer, Prince Adalaya Adamuiwa, regarding screening and nomination by delegates were inconsistent with the Chieftaincy Declaration, the Obas and Chiefs Law of Ogun State, 2021, and a letter from the Ijebu Ode Local Government approving the commencement of the process. The lawyer alleged attempts to disenfranchise certain family members and exclude his client from the nomination process, warning that such actions could trigger a crisis. However, the vice chairman of the Fusengbuwa ruling house, Professor Yusuf, confirmed receipt of the letter but dismissed it as misguided and of no consequence to the ongoing selection process.